Wait, why? Where's Jerry? There he is. There he is. Hello, welcome episode 7, the Jerry and Eli show, on time, on the dot, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or is it Eastern Daylight Time? I'm not really sure. A couple of completely off-topic things while we give people a few minutes to join. Do you believe in time zones, or do you think they're a myth? So I've kind of had this. I worked for a time tracking software company for basically my entire adult 9 to 5 career, and I pretty much had I think we should just get rid of time zones. I think it should always be the same exact time everywhere on the earth. Indiana, Malaysia, Hong Kong, one time, right? Call it GMT time. Greenwich Mean Time. Don't get just let me finish. And at that point, maybe in China you work from the standard work hours are midnight to 8 a.m. But here in Indiana, it might be 12 p.m. noon to whatever. But let's just can't hear Jerry? Yes, you can. You're lying. There's no way. I see him lighting up. What if I do this?
Chat, by the way.
Oh, I forgot about chat. Chat, can you hear? Can you? Okay, let's see. Let's see now. Is Jerry muted? I'm seeing him light up. How about now? Check. Give it some time to. Let me mute my mic and then I'll. Well, I will just see.
Chat, by the way.
Nah, he's in. Let me get chat up for you. Let me finish this thought and then I'll get chat up for you while you respond and tell me how stupid this idea is. Because you never have to worry about it. I used to have literally probably meetings of an 8-hour day. There were a lot of times I spent 7 or 8 hours on a meeting, and you mess up so many meetings. It's like, oh yeah, 3 o'clock, but you're like, oh, it's in California. It's dumb. We just operate on one time. It's always the same time everywhere, and you just adjust how you live your life based on the time. Time zones are a myth. What do you think?
So you're saying there's got to be a country, many countries in the world that have to operate their day-to-day in the dark and sleep during the day.
That's not at all what I'm saying. Can you see chat now?
I see chat.
Is this how Easton sets it up and how you like it? Because it's just me today. Easton's actually upstairs in my house. Good to go?
So explain your theory of how you can make that work where people work during the daytime. You're telling me they're going to flip their sleep schedule?
No, what I'm saying is the only thing that changes is the time on the clock, right? The only thing that changes is the time on the clock. So right now it's 5:33 p.m., right? Well, what time is it? What time is it GMT? Like -5, right? So it's like either noon or it's 10 o'clock p.m. So we would still live the same way, right? Only our clock right now might say 10:33. So in Indiana, I might wake the new kind of standard wake up time or show up to work time instead of 8 a.m. It becomes noon or something like that. You know what I mean? Why though? Because it's different.
Because you have a standard. Everybody
easier.
goes to work the morning, the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. So you're saying some other country has to start at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Their time.
Yeah. Somewhere in the world, 5 p.m. would be the new start time for work because that would be morning time.
That sounds ridiculous.
It sounds ridiculous, but why?
So who's going to be in charge of this and say,
I don't care.
You know what? Your clock is not going to move. You get to stay and live your life the way it is, but everybody else is fucked.
I don't care. Maybe the WHO or that's the health. Don't care. We could just go GMT time, Greenwich Mean Time. I'm fine with that. That means our clock would move 5 hours. And then we're in. Anyway, I think the only reason you think it's a bad idea is because it's vastly different, and there might be like a year-long adjusting period. And then when you call your buddy in China and say, hey, your flight gets here at this time, okay, we'll be there. What time zone? No, we don't have to worry about time zones. We don't have to worry about time zones because time zones are dumb. They're a social construct. Anyway, I've had that thought for a long time, and I heard it called out on like the First Cut pod, golf CBS podcast, and I thought that. Eli, this is the worst idea ever, but why, Burnsy87? Tell me why. Tell me why, other than you're used to having time zones. The other question, I bought Dustin Poirier's hot sauce, and it came in the mail the other day, and one of them is like really hot. And my wife had this idea that we start having this wager, like a gentleman's wager, and then whoever loses like the next week has to like eat some really really spicy hot sauce on stream or something. You down for that? We do it.
Eat spicy hot sauce on stream?
Yeah, it's like if whoever loses,
I'm gonna lose.
because you like hot sauce, or because you can't like. No, we would like have a bet, right? I would bet you something, and then next week whoever lost that bet next week would eat spicy stuff, on stream. That's like the punishment. You don't like that idea?
No.
All right, let's talk about the games then. We already had one game, right? Tigers and Rangers already played. So the first game up is Chris Paddock, who I think is bad. Minnesota Twins in Baltimore taking on Grayson Rodriguez and the Orioles. If you have not already, please go to the FanDuel app and click opt in on Dinger Tuesday. Why do I like Eli's idea though? Thank you. I'm in. Makes sense. Weird, but once you yes, see, just think about it for a second. Just think about it for a second. Nobody would live in countries that slept during the day. No, you're completely confused. I'm not saying you live your life any differently. The only thing that's going to change is the time on the clock. Only thing that changes is the time on the clock. Yeah. So yeah, virtual. I heard Greg talk about that on First Cut. I've been saying this I promise I've been saying this for a long time. And I brought this up when I was like drunk with on a bourbon night, bourbon tasting night with my wife and neighbor and a couple of people, and they're like, "That's dumb." But I'm like, why is it dumb? Why is it dumb? I bet on before we get into this, the last couple Dinger Tuesdays have not been great. Really, pretty much for anybody, me and you included. I think the first week I was just ahead of break even. Last week I didn't do very well. I think I got some bonus bets. What do you think's going on? I have a couple of ideas. I am seeing that the spin rate of breaking balls is up. Spin rate of breaking balls is up. I feel like pitch sequencing in general is just better. I haven't really seen. I feel like last year and every year prior, like a lot of times watching baseball, I'm like, why did he throw that pitch there? It didn't make sense. I feel like the sequencing has been better. I think weather has a big thing to do with it. But what do you think? I think we're going to be back tonight. But
my theory, from watching the games for the last week, I've been doing a lot more digging. As you know, I've been texting Eli. I'm stressed out because I've been digging deeper and deeper into advanced analytics, and the more I do, the worse I get. And I'm starting to see a little bit of a correlation because the more I look, especially into like pitch mix, versus batter strengths, pitches that he's been rocking over the years, and then you'll get a pitcher that primarily throws like a fastball, overwhelming like 67%, which is a lot for a starting pitcher. And you'll see there'll be a guy in the lineup that just rocks fastballs. That's been his thing for his whole career. And he'll get 4 straight changeups. And I just feel like the analytics department, now more than ever, are calling games. It's not the catcher like the old school days where the catcher's like just a feel for the game where you're like, he just throws down the signs, tries to get locations. The analytics department has gotten so involved in the day-to-day operations, every game plan. They have pitch comms. They don't fuck up no more. There's no more mistakes. I'm seeing guys not getting the pitch that I want them to get, unless it's like a 3-1 count, 3-0 count. They're just not getting the pitches that I want them to get. So I feel like analytics has really taken over and has made the game very difficult for batters.
That, and I also think sticky stuff is back. I think it's back in some form or fashion. Just to spin like some of the did you see my tweet about Tyler Glasnow? Let me pull it back up. Tyler Glasnow spin rates are wild, like wild. Let's see, last season he was spinning his changeup like at 1800 RPMs. Sorry, looks like he's not throwing the changeup anymore. Let's talk about the curveball. 2,700 RPMs on his curveball last season, up to 2,800. His fastball is from 2,482 up to 2,544. The slider is about the same, but he's picked up over 100 RPMs on 3 out of his 4 kind of core pitches. Insanity. I think on breaking balls especially, spin rates basically across the league are up on an average. And then you look at some guys, it is down a little bit. But other guys, it's just way up. It's just like 200 plus RPMs on all of their breaking pitches higher. Like, so it's just crazy. I think sticky stuff is back. Um,
I don't think unless the umpires are in on it, they're still testing the hands of these guys coming out of the game every few innings.
I
So
understand.
I get what you're saying. I think you might be right. But what if the MLB adopted a policy that's in Japan right now, which is they put a level of stickiness onto the actual baseballs?
Could be, and that might make sense to why the spin rates don't seem to be up. Like it seems to only be. I don't understand the physics behind that. I don't have an actual theory, but from what I'm seeing, it's really only the breaking stuff. So, and I think that would not be the case if it was a spider tack or whatever was being used, right? I think maybe
Oh, you'd see
they've
spikes
done
across. Yeah.
something to the baseball that makes it a little bit easier to grip and throw breaking balls, but not but not
And
but
it
not
makes a little
fastballs.
sense too, because if they did alter the balls again, there's a chance that they added a layer of some kind of substance to make it more grippy, that it's hurting the trajectory of some of these home runs. I'm telling you right now, now I'm pissed off because it just brought me up. I had a Dinger Tuesday pick, right? I already lost, by the way. You know who I took? I took a guy who hit at minimum the first three at bats 360 feet.
A
He hit
Seager, yeah.
one. He hit one 380, 384, 395, no, 385, 394, and 366. First three at bats. Launched these balls. No home run. I got nothing to show for it.
That's why I think so. Except for today, obviously because it's Dinger Tuesday, I've really kind of switched it up, and I'm a guy that I like. I'm betting bases heavier. Like I've usually been like a quarter unit home run guy, and then also sprinkle the like yesterday Juan Soto. I didn't do anything, and I lost every dollar that I bet on him. Um, but I think I had like 0.15 on his home run, and then like half on his bases, and another quarter on his RBI or something like that. So I think early on, until temperatures are just up, May at least, I think it's gonna make sense to play the bases and what I call, like, it's not really a hedge. I call them like the hedge bets, but RBI bases, play that a little heavier and just throw some sprinkles on home runs, just because that's what we do. But anyway, do you have anything in the Twins Orioles game? Chris Paddock, I think, is not very good. I don't think
Chris
he's very good
Paddock
at all.
stinks.
Yeah, I think he's really bad against lefties. I almost bet Gunner, but I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. Right now, I only have 3 Dinger Tuesday bets in. You might be able to talk me into taking some more, but
I'm only
at
taking
present,
3. I have a strict policy of 4 max home run, especially if I'm betting straight. Because you're telling me now I got to bet $100 in one day, which is it's nothing for some people. I just don't like doing it. So I'm not going over four bets in one day. I have before when I was hot last year. I remember I think one day I did experiment where I did 8 Dinger Tuesday bets, and I made money on it. But that's as
it's
risky as you can
stressful.
get.
It's
That's
stressful.
stressful and it's risky. I think I
What?
went 3 for 8, and it worked out. But that's not always going to work out. So
Yeah.
I'm already $25 in the hole, plus whatever the $5 I put on those 3-leg. By the way, in that 3-leg I had Kerry Carpenter. Did you see what he did? 411 foot off the wall.
Tough.
You hit a 411 foot and you're not rewarded with a home run. Can you imagine that? The dimensions aren't like everybody talks about. Oh, Comerica Park is like, it's a pitcher's park. Yeah, it is when you hit it to certain parts of the ballpark. If you pull the ball, you're fine. These guys are just hitting it to dead center. It kind of sucks, but almost went 2 for 3 in the day game, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
As far as sticky stuff goes, I've also noticed multiple infielders having trouble getting the ball out of their glove lately. I think that's what you meant. After feeling lately more than usual, I feel like I maybe have noticed that too subconsciously. And
There was just an error with that.
What's that?
With the Pirates, and the Pirates Mets. What's his name? Can't think of his name. Anyways, the ball got stuck in his glove and he couldn't get the ball out.
I feel like
I might be onto something here.
Now that the defense is mentioned, like the Yankees should have a really good infield defense, and like the over the weekend, Anthony Rizzo stuck his glove down to get a it was a hot shot ground ball right at him, a play that I've seen him make. I mean, so many times, and it just the ball was not where he expected it to be. And I feel like defense. I don't have any numbers to prove this, but I feel like I have seen much worse defense than I would expect to see out of a lot of baseball teams. And you could understand why a change in the baseball would have. I don't know. We're kind of reaching here, and we have a little bit of a platform, and we're just hype. These are all obviously just guesses what we think is going on, but this all is starting to add up and make sense in my brain. Where the hell is this total base play I'm trying to find? Holy guacamole! That's great. Do we have an A's lineup and my guy's not playing? Because that's gonna get on my nerves a lot. But anyway, no bets for you, Twins, Orioles.
No, that's what it was. Connor Joe, the ball got stuck in his glove. He couldn't get it out, and then he went to throw it and literally threw it straight to the ground.
Stuff. Langeliers isn't playing. That's so tough. Thank you, Ecor. That's so tough because I already bet on him on FanDuel. So that sucks. I have a backup plan that I'm gonna go to. Torres and Rizzo look like hot garbage. Yes, Izzy, that is correct. And they're not bad. Rizzo is one of the better defensive first basemen in baseball. Glaber, I think, has that potential too. But anyway, gun to my head here, I would be on Gunnar Henderson. That might end up being a bet for me with Shea Land. Dude, Shea Langeliers is not playing. He has 4 home runs this year, all of them on a Tuesday. 3 last week, and then his first one the week before. And shout out to, I wrote it down so I didn't forget, and then I done forgot already. Shout out to the guy who called that out on Twitter, Romano718. Romano718 on Twitter. Could be a 2, depending on how bad my handwriting is. It's a good matchup for him, too. Anyway, Austin Gomber and the Rockies. In Philly, taking on Ranger Suarez. And the Phillies, nothing jumping out at me here at all. Nothing at all, to be honest. You got anything here?
No.
Cedric Mullins warming up, made a hell of a catch last night to save the game, I believe. Maybe he just rips one first at bat. The whole, make a good play in the infield. Next time you come up, you crush a baseball. I don't know if there's any numbers to back that up, but that's a baseball thing. Danny Jansen, whenever we get to the Blue Jays and Yankees, maybe. O'Neill not listed on FanDuel after Linus came out and Cora said he isn't playing today or tomorrow. Tough. I'm upset about Langeliers because now he's probably going to, like, the A's love to just pinch hit random ass spots. He's definitely going to pinch hit. So that's kind of tough. Jordan Hicks and the Giants, Ryan Weathers, and the terrible at baseball Miami Marlins. That sucks. I do think we're going to have a time. There's going to be a window here where a couple of these guys on the Marlins really figure it out. And I think that it might be right at the time where the numbers kind of get to where they should be odds-wise. But, like, Jesus Sanchez can hit the baseball. Like, I'm a firm believer in Jesus Sanchez is good at baseball. And he's batting like 161 right now. I think he's going to figure it out, and we're going to have, like, a week-long stretch where it's, like, plus 200 for him to have 2 bases. Or like this time last year, Jesus Sanchez 2+ bases before he got hurt was like printing money. Harper, lefty on the mound. I know it's not too big of a deal for Harper. I haven't, like, all the guys I would want to bet on for Philly are left-handed, and even though Gomber is a reverse split bad lefty, like, the lefties on the Phillies aren't reverse split lefties too, you know what I mean? So it's kind of weird for me to get there. And then the Rockies are just bad, and I don't know. Everybody that I would want to bet there is also left-handed. I think like McMahon and Jones are starting to get interesting, and I think Michael Toglia is going to hit pretty well this season, as well as Ezekiel Tovar. Maybe gun to my head is something I would just jump out to take a deeper look at, but nothing really there for that game for me. Anyway, do you have anything in the Giants Marlins game?
All right. Well, first thing everybody said yesterday is, Jorge Soler is playing against the Marlins, revenge dinger. And I was like, just wait. Just wait. He's getting a lefty. He's getting a lefty. Just wait one more day. There's no shot. I'm not going to take a guy who's notoriously smashes left-handed pitching, and he's in a revenge spot. There's no shot I'm not taking. I don't give a shit what numbers you throw at me. I don't care. Reverse split pitcher, or this and that. Pitch mix. I don't give a shit about that today. Today is vibes. Today we're keeping it simple. Jorge Soler versus a lefty plus revenge narrative back in Miami plus 350 on FanDuel.
I don't mind that at all. Dang, you remember when we were getting like plus 150 for him to hit a home run last year?
Oh my, the Colorado series.
He was close to even money. And I bet him for 2. I bet him for 2 at like plus 500 or something like that.
It was absurd. And then in every game, he hit a home run. I think every game that series, or he missed one. But I think
it was a 4-game series. He had 4 home runs. Sorry to cut you off. There was 1 off, and he hit 2 in one game. And I bet him to hit 2 in the game he hit 2.
But the funny thing is, the games that he hit 1, those 2 games he hit 1 in, everybody bet him, and he waited till like the 8th or 9th innings to hit his home runs. It was hysterical.
And so one of those, I think it might have been like a walk-off, or it wouldn't have been a walk-off, but like a top of the 9th or top of the 10th inning, his second home run to cash my bet. And I was like, I had like pretty much given up. It was a day game. I remember it. On day game on Get Out Day, I believe. But anyway, nothing for me here. I do like that bet. I don't know. Brian De La Cruz has been hitting the ball hard too, but I don't know. Jose Soriano and the Angels. Aaron Savali, who I also think stinks for the Rays. I don't know. I feel kind of bad. I'm gonna have a bet in the next game here. Randy Rosarino has been showing up for me pretty frequently. I think next lefty who isn't like elite that they see, I'm probably gonna bet him. I know Isaac Paredes has been a very popular bet as well. Mike Trout's really good. Logan O'Hoppy's really good. You got anything here?
No, not in this game.
All right. Chad, who you got in this game? We'll talk about it. Soler's out.
Soler isn't out.
Talk to me, guys. Does win matter?
There's
Miami?
no reason.
No,
there's
that's
no
a dome,
reason
right?
for him to be out.
Miami is an indoor stadium, right?
He's batting cleanup. What do you mean he's out? Who said
been
that?
Out since they put the lineup. Yeah, nice
he's
weather
not.
here in Toronto. Also a dome there, right? Let's talk about that game because I do have a pick. Carlos Rodon, Yankees, who has actually not looked terrible this season. Well, so his box scores haven't looked terrible. His pitches actually have looked pretty bad. So if you want to tell me you're betting Vladimir Guerrero Jr. today, I'm not going to be upset at all. I'm probably going to tell you that's a hell of a bet. I literally don't know if I've ever won a bet on Vladdy. That's just a guy I cannot get right. Not on my ban list. I don't enjoy him as a player, but not a guy that I bet on very frequently at all. I will say we got completely screwed betting Juan Soto yesterday, and I'm just going to run it back. You're getting a much better number than we got yesterday because Yusei Kikuchi is left-handed, and I don't care at all. He throws a fastball, and I know not to get too in the weeds. I know we've talked a little bit about how we don't want to be, in general, don't get too far into the weeds, too far into the numbers. I say that as an owner of a statistics site, but Kikuchi's going to throw his fastball like half the time to Soto, and Juan Soto can hit the shit out of a left-handed four-seam fastball. He can. He's I can pull the numbers back up, but he hits the fastball very, very well against lefties. It doesn't really matter. And Kikuchi's four-seam historically gets hit pretty hard by lefties still. So give me all of Juan Soto at above plus 400. I played his home run. I played his bases. What do you got?
Who's probably gonna hit one because I'm not betting him.
Vladdy?
No, Gleyber Torres.
No. I mean, maybe. Hang on. Let me type this out. Do your thing.
I took him last time versus the lefty. And you know what he did?
What did he do?
Murdered a baseball foul.
Mm.
And then he just sucked the rest of the game. I lose my opportunity. I feel like the opportunity is there, the perfect scenario, and either they hit it off the wall or they hit it foul, and it just doesn't come to fruition. One of these days, I'm going to be the most famous gambler on earth for hitting like a 6-leg freaking home run parlay for $1 million. Because one day, everything is going to align. But right now, it doesn't. By the way, I got a little story to tell.
Story time. Love that.
This is my friend Abe. He's a penny, right? I forgot about Abe for a long time. One day I was in the store. It was right after the New Year, right? I'm on lunch break from work. I look on the ground. I say, ooh, a penny. I have a strict policy. If I see a penny on the floor, it is bad luck, really bad luck to just walk away because that's telling the universe, I don't need your money, right? So I make sure no one's looking at me because I don't want to seem like a homeless person. Ironically, now I look homeless because I haven't gotten a haircut still. Another story. And I pick up the penny and I look at the penny and I'm like, this is a sign from the universe. And I look at the date on it, 1977. Do you know what 77 is, right? 77. Sevens mean good luck. I said, holy shit, I just hit the jackpot. Do you remember the run that I went on in January where I was hitting for $2,000? It felt like every night.
Yeah, yeah. December and January, I feel like, because you're doing it
No,
with NFL. Well, you did it with NFL
December.
playoffs. December and
December
January.
was okay. With December, I had a couple moments. January,
Okay.
I went bananas. Abe was with me the entire time.
You idiot! This has been your fault the entire time because of this damn
Abe
penny.
was with me the entire time. At some point, about sometime in February, Dave left my pocket. Hey, Dave, I'm sorry, Abe. I didn't mean to call you Dave. You just look like a Dave. At some point, I think I washed clothes or something, and I put him next to the TV. And he's been there ever since. I walked by and I looked at him, and I said, oh my God, Abe, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. This guy, like 2 hours ago,
Unbelievable.
is back in my life, and I could not be happier. I'm almost emotional. I missed him so much, and I forgot about him. He was even upset. Dave is. I mean, sorry. You know what? Your name is Dave.
Who the hell is Dave?
Dave the penny. Abe is just the president on it. This is Dave. This is a special penny. Meet Dave.
Now you were so close to turning everything around, and then you just disrespected the hell out of Abraham Lincoln and calling him Dave. And
no,
so
it's not Abraham Lincoln.
Dave the penny has a picture of Abraham Lincoln on it, right? You're not renaming the president. You're
no,
just naming
no,
the
no.
penny.
The guy, the picture is Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
This, however, is Dave.
Sure. Hope
There's
you don't
a
tell
reason
the
why he
story
wants
at
me
the
to
bar,
call him
Jerry.
Dave.
Why? I feel like he could tell a story to. I mean, never mind. But I feel like that story would go over well at the bar. Jerry's the guy.
Who said he doesn't play? He doesn't play for the Marlins anymore. You dweeb. What is he talking about?
I think he's talking about Jorge Soler. He does not play for the Marlins. You are correct. Good research, good call by you. But he does play for the
Does this
Giants.
fucking moron know that he's playing against the Marlins right now?
That's why he said a revenge narrative. Yeah, it's a tough look for you, bud. But we have
idiot.
sad. I am sad to announce that we have sad Gleyber Torres. I think I talked earlier in the show about how happy Gleyber Torres is an elite all-star second baseman. He got moved down. He is no longer leading off. They gave Anthony Volpe the leadoff spot. Therefore, we have sad Gleyber, and he looks like he has not ever played baseball in his life. Something good needs to happen in Gleyber's life, whether it's on the baseball field or off of it. But someone said Soler was out because he didn't see him in the Marlins lineup. Gotcha. That makes sense. And sorry if we attacked the wrong person there. That's funny. That's where the confusion was.
That's what I get for not looking at chat.
Me too. What the hell was I just? Oh, Gleyber. Yeah. So I think fading Gleyber right now, and I if he hits one out tonight, that'll be great. I love the Yankees, so it'll be fun. But I need to see him do something or something good to happen. I need to see him smiling a little bit before
I bet Gleyber 3 times and I'm wrong 3 times. You know what they say? 3 strikes are out. I can never bet this guy again until he hits a home run.
Nobody.
Or he shows some life.
Listen, let's be nice to each other in the chat, okay? And also, please be somewhat nice to Jerry. You can be mean.
No. You guys do whatever you want. Don't let this guy be the dictator of chat. You guys do what you want. If it's over the line, then the mod will take action. But you live your life the way you want to.
I'm the mod. I'm the only one we got, bub. So.
God.
Hey, try it. Find out.
Who gave you mod powers?
Find out. It's my channel, dude.
It's our channel.
It is our channel.
I'm not even a
I
mod.
said that wrong. You're not a mod? I should make you a mod. Can you type in the chat real quick?
No.
I'm going to make you a mod. You're not signed in, are you?
Now I got to find the channel.
Bush.
I don't even think I'm subscribed.
You're not subscribed to our channel. That's why you're not a mod. Piece of shit.
That's awkward.
Manny Machado. Bush for 6 straight. Listen, maybe. That's crazy. Nolan Arenado going for 5 or 6 straight last year was one of the legs in the 5-8 grand. So is Acuna finally going to hit one or what? Potentially. There you are, Parlay J. I think I just right click on you, right? And then I'm not signed into the right account on this computer.
Oh my
I'll get you
god.
there. I'll get you. Wait, am I signed in here?
So somebody could be spamming porn links and you signed into the wrong account and they could just go wild.
No, because I have it here. Add as moderator, managing moderator, save. You're modded. Unless I accidentally clicked on somebody else. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? No, it's just two computer. Eli, asked Jerry the point of the Dave story. The point that I can tell you. I mean, I can ask him if you want to. Your camera's blurry as shit. Could you figure that out for me? It's not my fault. The point was the vibes are back because he found his penny.
The point is there is a
fix your
level
damn
of
camera
luck.
Before you talk. There you go. We're back.
There's nothing wrong with my camera.
Now you're back. You're back now. Go ahead.
I was back the whole time. You're seeing shit. Fix your eyes. The point is, I've been on a crazy bad luck streak with just bullshit happening. Guys hitting the freaking warning track. Something's got to give, and I faded out when me and Dave here made eye contact about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We made eye contact, and I just remembered this was the reason for my luck, and I let him down, and I had him to the side for 2 months. He's back into my life. I've never wanted a man in my life so bad.
Oswaldo Cabrera to go yard. Waldo. So I would say this. I would not bet him pre-flop. I would see if he's batting lefty against Kikuchi and hope he doesn't hit one in his first at bat and take it live. If he's hitting lefty against Kikuchi, because they said he's a switch hitter. They said there are going to be some lefties he does not bat from the right side of the plate for. If he's lefty first at bat versus Kikuchi, it might be a live bet situation for Waldo if he doesn't hit one in that first one. I like him so much more as a lefty, and like I said, I don't think Kikuchi is going to be that tough on Soto or Waldo or anything like that. But I don't like Waldo as much from the right side. Tanner Bibby and the Guardians and Fenway taking on Garrett Whitlock and the Red Sox. Josh Naylor, I did not bet him. Josh Naylor was kind of jumping out of the page at me. I think Garrett Whitlock is good, though. What do you think? I think Garrett Whitlock is really good.
Yes.
I think he's good.
This is weird behavior. This one guy, once a week, I get it pops up that he followed me, but I never followed him back. He does this like every week, more than that, like every 3-4 days. I don't know what it is. Does he want me to see his name and just? I don't. It's the weirdest thing. This has been going on for like 6 months now.
That's tough.
I don't know. Continue.
So I just asked you if you had any bets in the Guardians Red Sox game. So
I don't. I gave out one. I have 2 more bets, and the next 2 guys that I'm gonna be betting on for Dinger Tuesday have not hit a home run yet.
Okay, sure. I'm doing something, a little something here. Nothing for me here either. Like I said, Josh Naylor was kind of jumping out at me. I think Garrett Whitlock is really good, and I think you're almost betting it to be against the Red Sox bullpen, which is a little questionable. I think Tristan Casas could absolutely crank one today. Jaron Duran is interesting. Rafael Devers is due in the bad way. Maybe that matters. I don't know. Somebody in my research team mentioned Rafaela, and I don't know why I didn't look into it, but it's somebody I trust. Jared Jones and the Pirates taking on Jose Quintana's and Jerry's Mets in Queens, New York. What do you got on this one, buddy? Anything?
This game is not extremely promising for home. I know Jones has been giving up a lot of home runs, but holy shit, this kid can throw. The whiff rate is pretty insane. He's going to be one of those pitchers that strikes out a lot of guys and gives up a lot of home runs. I just don't want to pretend to guess on who's going to hit a home run in this Mets lineup because it's been all over the place for them. Lindor's been really bad. He's starting to come around now. They're giving him this fake applause, whatever, which is good for the fans. I actually really like that. But a lot of people betting Alonso, a lot of people betting Francisco Alvarez. Those are the popular choices. At some point, Bader is going to mash at baseball. I'm waiting for another lefty. He's feeling really good. He's confident. He loves playing for the Mets. Obviously, he's been getting some big hits for them. At some point,
that guy just loves baseball, man. No offense. I didn't mean that in a bad way. Really didn't mean that as shit talk. Harrison Bader, I think, absolutely loves playing baseball. I think he could be in Mexican League with not sounding wrong, in a weird different league that nobody watches. And
Why's it got to be a Mexican league, Eli?
I was gonna say Korea, and I was like, oh, that could be. I wanted a less prominent league, and I think the Mexican league is lesser watched than the. He could be playing single A baseball in America, and I think he'd be having a blast. I think he just.
You are shitting your pants right now.
Yeah,
You don't want
I
to say
am a
the
little
wrong
bit.
thing. This poor guy. This
Yeah.
guy gets so bad anxiety. He doesn't want to say the wrong thing. All right, the
Yeah.
fucking Mexican league. You know what? The Japanese, Korean leagues, Mexican leagues, they're not MLB. I don't care what anybody says. Even though Japan
true.
kicked their ass in the World Baseball Classic,
It's
good
true.
for them.
Shohei Ohtani. I mean, it helps when you have the best player in the world on your team, and one of the best pitchers in the world. So
But
and
in
then also
reality,
America doesn't send their best guys. Go ahead. Sorry.
in reality, Major League Baseball is the standard, and everything else is glorified minor leagues. You can argue with anybody, you're wrong. You know what I mean? It's just Major League Baseball is the standard.
Can you remind me who you have bet on so far? What picks you have given out on this show so far?
I just have Jorge Soler so far, and I have 2 other guys, and that's it for me.
Okay. Look at this little color block action. You like that? Huh? Does that look nice?
Color block action?
Color block. I put the because it's small on your screen. I put that little tan up on top too, so that the black really sticks out. The black text really sticks out better. Like it? And looks solid. What game are you on? Pirates Mets. All right.
Yeah, this is a no for me. But I know a lot of
go
people are going to be betting on probably Francisco Alvarez because he has a ton of pop. I don't blame him.
I have seen Alvarez come up a lot.
We spoke about it many, many times. I'll say it every time he pitches. Quintana loves to keep the ball in the yard. He does not give up many home runs. The only thing I was thinking of was I wanted to bet on O'Neal Cruz to hit a home run so bad because the Mets, the stadium was chanting overrated for O'Neal Cruz's last at bat. Obviously, he's going through it right now. If there's anything I've learned in all my years of being a Mets fan is we can reverse jinx the shit out of ourselves. No, not even reverse jinx. No, we just jinx ourselves. And these guys just pop off. If we make fun of them, we've had some villains come into New York, get booed, and they go off. We just saw it. Rhys Hopkins owns the Mets. He did it when he was on the Phillies. We hated him then. He just did it again. Actually destroyed the Mets 3 for 4 with a home run. I'll never forget. I was obliterated drunk one time, and I'm in the stands, and I'm going back and forth. This is like 10 years ago. I'm going back and forth with Jason Worth. And we're arguing like he's coming back at me because I was bombed. All right, give me a break. I don't act like that
I'll give you all the breaks you want, bub. You know?
I was screaming Jason worthless. I was saying that you look homeless. Ironically, I'm the one that looks homeless now. But he went off that game, had like 3 doubles, fucking 5 RBIs. And it just Mets fans jinxed themselves. O'Neal Cruz, he's not gonna hit it off Quintana. He's probably gonna hit it off the bullpen. I guarantee he hits a fucking home run today. I'm not betting him though.
I played his. I think it was his first home run of the year. What's the number? Do you know? Can you check the form while I'm rambling here? I think he's gonna hit a lot of baseballs really, really hard, and he's gonna hit a lot better against righties, but you're gonna get a crazy number against lefties in that Mets bullpen. I mean, Quintana's gone deep last couple starts, but he should have like 2 at bats against a righty. No matter what starter's out there. Are we gonna play in the NBA? I personally, hell no. That's crazy to be playing NBA. I don't know if Jerry will.
There's no way. Every show that I've been on where we talk basketball and Harrison Barnes is playing the Warriors, I say bet Harrison Barnes versus the Warriors. This is a bad blood that just doesn't end. It's been so long now since he's playing the Warriors. He sees this team, he just wants to fucking go off. Hit 4 threes. Literally one of the biggest money makers in the history of fucking gambling is Harrison Barnes hitting 3 or 4 threes. There's been some matchups where he's just whiffed, but for the majority, for the value that you've gotten on Harrison Barnes threes, this has to be the best bet in the history of basketball because he's a low volume guy. For 3 or 4 threes, you're getting really good value, and he's hit that number a lot ever since he's was let go. So he still has bad blood. Now it's the playoffs. He gets to try to do something versus them. There's no way I don't take that.
Brady Singer and the Royals, south side of Chicago, taking on this kid. I was kind of multitasking. Whatever you said about basketball, sure, do that. Jonathan Cannon making, I think, his first career start, 23 years old. This guy was born in the year 2000. That's kind of wild. I had Bobby Witt Jr. written down before I process what was going on with the pitching matchup here. I'm trying to check the weather. Do you have any bets in this game? Because Bobby Witt Jr. is real interesting to me. So is Vinny. So is MJ. What do we got to do something here, right? Like, what has this kid done in the minors?
That's what I tried to look up. I tried to do some digging on pitch mix or anything like I can. First of all, they're making actually the White Sox are making history. It's the first time since like 1908 that they're sending back-to-back right-handed rookies to start 2 games in a row. So that's a little fun thing for Chicago. They sent their higher prospect pitched yesterday, and now this guy is a little lower on the rankings for them. The tough thing, I say it all the time when there's a rookie on the mound, is like there's a limited scouting report. These guys are going to be pitching their heart out. It's their debut. A lot of times you see some special performances from these rookies coming right out of the gate. I feel like it's more than often that they have decent start. At least, when I say decent, five innings pitched, 3-4 hits, maybe an earned run or two. They usually don't get blasted when they're a decent prospect. So we'll see how it goes. I just don't know enough about this to really blind. I don't mind blind betting just for what is that?
Morel mushrooms. Did ever had any?
That sounds disgusting. Mushrooms are gross, dude. They're like literal fungus.
These are morels. This is the kind you find in the woods in Indiana about this time of year for like 2 weeks, and they're gone.
Literal fungus, dude. You're eating fungus. It's disgusting.
So I was just looking at his game log from last year. First of all, he was in Double A to close last year. He started last year in High A. His last 3 starts, he gave up 5 home runs in Double A.
Yeah, but he's pitched in spring training in Triple A, and he's holding a 2 ERA.
Yeah, but did he face Bobby Witt Jr.? Because that guy's really good. That guy's
I understand,
really good.
and I don't blame you. I just like I said, I think this guy's gonna be coming up trying to pitch his best baseball of his career, throwing his shoulder out. So there's no wrong answer. It's just I can't give you a smart one, and I don't mind just taking a guy that's hot. So if you want to take
it would be
Bobby Witt Jr. or
I don't like the number though.
Pasquantino, once again, that guy is just he hit a home run versus the Mets, and I didn't bet it. I'm real pissed off about that. But he's coming around. He's having some great at bats. There's no wrong answer.
Picks going on. We've I'll be honest, I think we have like 2 or 3 total picks, and they're going on across the screen top right now. I haven't bet this game yet. What's that?
How much time we got till the first game? We might have to get out of here soon.
Like we got like half an hour still.
Okay.
5 games had no homer yesterday. Dylan Cease, Padres, Wade Miley, Brewers. I'm out.
Out.
Both these guys can pitch. Both these guys have looked really good. I mean, Dylan Cease hasn't looked like Dylan Cease, but he's given up 1 home run this year, and I think it's only going to get better. Nothing for you? Okay. Ronaldo Lopez, Braves. Hunter Brown, the Astros. The Braves, I think, are maybe in a little bit of trouble pitching-wise. Strider injury, obviously. I'm losing my names here, but their other 2 good guys are not looking as good. I don't know. Hunter Brown gets destroyed by righties. Portman tweeted us out, and I confirmed. Right-handed hitters are hitting like exactly 700 against Hunter Brown. 14 for 20. So I'm betting on a righty. Are you betting this game?
You don't remember the last time we had a show and I said the exact same thing? Hunter Brown's getting absolutely obliterated by righty. This is not a new thing.
Yeah.
Every start. This is every start.
It's getting worse, yeah.
And what made me happy is I was kind of in a pickle, like which guy to pick for this game. And you got an early jump, and you want to give them your pick?
Austin Riley. Go ahead.
Yep.
You're on the same
one? Tell him why? No, absolutely not. I was so excited because you made my decision easier because I'm taking Ronald Acuna Jr. to hit his first home run.
Ooh, I don't mind that.
At good odds. Obviously, the first week and a half, right? He was not hitting the ball in the air. No fly balls at all. Everything was on the ground. He's hitting fly balls now. So when I saw you were on Austin Riley, I'm like, yes, I get to do the thing where you pick this guy and I pick another guy and I'm right and you're wrong. Obviously, now we kind of work together in a business sense. So I have to technically root for you to get this right. But I want to get mine out of the way early so I can laugh at you. And then later on in the game, you can get a Austin Riley home run.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I bet him Saturday. So again, I've been betting bases heavier than home run, but I bet his bases and home run Saturday. I hit the bases. I was missed the home run. Did it again yesterday. Hit the bases, missed the home run. 12 in the last 5 days. 12 baseballs 100 miles an hour or more with a fly ball rate around 17%. That's pretty much where he sits, I think. Last 5 days, he's hitting the ball 4.3 miles per hour harder than he has the rest of the season. So, like, all of this, he's just crushing the baseball and does not have a home run since April 7th to show for it. Like, I could go through all the baseballs he's hit since April 7th, his last home run. 105, 106, 103, 104. It's all 100 plus pretty much. Like, over half of these baseballs. He's gonna run into one. I think he missed one. Hit one in the Crawford boxes by like a couple feet yesterday. So I'm just gonna run Austin Riley again. I would say play the bases at like double the amount that you played the home run on. That's what I did. I think the best line for his bases is on Caesars, and I played the home run as well at plus 410 or something on FanDuel, something like that. But yeah, I don't know, 420, even better. Now I got to put those two picks into the ticker thing while you talk about the Cubs and the Diamondbacks. Kyle Hendricks, and then who's pitching for the Diamondbacks? I forget. Somebody who's not that good. You want to talk about this game while I do the thing?
All right. Well, Diamondbacks are sending Tommy Henry to the mound. Lefty, not very good. Hendricks is having a rough start to the season. He's a lot better of a pitcher than this, though. This is, I don't know. There's some positive regression that's going to come for Kyle Hendricks soon. Holy shit, Michael Busch, man, that guy has been unbelievable. He's been smashing the car, and I'm so mad at myself because, I love like the narratives and the dramatics. And when he hit his fourth straight home run in a row, like I'm not betting him today. I missed the wagon. When he hit his fourth straight, all like the big MLB accounts were saying the list of people that have gone 5 straight days with hitting a home run. Obviously, Morel was on that list. He actually hit 5 straight days for a home run last year. And I saw that. I'm like, he's going to hit a home run tomorrow. I got to bet this guy. And I fucking forgot to bet him. And he did it. He hit the 5 straight days. No big deal. So I kind of missed the wagon on that. He's probably not going to hit a home run today, though. That little narrative is over. Maybe he'll keep going. I don't know. Who knows? But I feel like
6 would be crazy. 6 would be a lot. 6 would be. I don't know how many people outside the steroid era have done that, but that would be.
Would you ever feel like you just missed the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I missed the boat. Like it's too late. I'm gonna get on the train, and then the train's gonna hop. It's gonna break down. So. No thanks.
Lance Lynn, who is terrible, pitching for the Cardinals, who are also terrible in Oakland, which is a terrible ballpark, taking on JP Sears, who is terrible, and the Oakland Athletics, who are even more terrible. And I actually have a bet here. Is that crazy? I was going to bet on Shea Langeliers because he's the Tuesday Dong King. Luckily, I actually forgot to place that bet. So I'm very happy about that. But I'm just easily pivoting to Seth Brown. His launch numbers actually looked a little bit better to me, but I was kind of playing the Tuesday narrative that was called out by Romano on Twitter. But yeah, Lance Lynn is awful, and it doesn't really matter if you're right-handed or left-handed. He's awful. Lefties hit him a little better, but yeah, give me a big number for Seth Brown. I'll take his bases at close to plus 200 as well.
I mean, I love Seth Brown. I can't really talk bad about it. He's a hot or cold guy. How's his exit velo been?
Good. And trending way up. Let me pull it up here. Maybe not quite as good as I thought, but it's the exit velocity on fly balls and line drives that is up. Yeah, I don't know. I got a vibe pick on Seth Brown. I think it's Seth Brown tonight. Oh, he's left-handed.
For a little stretch, I thought this was going to be the next Matt Olson. For a little while, and then it's not gonna be the next Matt Olson. But he is good at baseball. He does have good stretches. I believe that if he goes to another team, he can help them. But I mean, Matt Olson made that jump from the A's, and what a phenomenal pickup for the Braves. This is the luckiest team in the world, and uh, Kalanick is a steal to me. I'm still pissed off about that they got him for so cheap because he's had a bad shake in Seattle. That kid's gonna be another cornerstone piece they're gonna have for a long time. The Braves know how to make deals, man. It's unbelievable. Their front office is incredible.
Check Ivan Herrera. Not right now. You tell me. Any Orioles picks? I don't think we. I don't think
Why'd you
Mickey.
say it like that?
What?
Why'd you say it like that?
What?
You said that very condescending.
I
The
didn't
guy
mean it.
was just
I promised I didn't mean it that way. I just meant I got a lot on my mind right now. I'm doing a lot of things. I can't check it. I didn't. I'm sorry. I apologize, Samuel. Right.
Samuel. I'm sorry for my friend's behavior. He embarrasses me at least 3 to 5 times a show, and that was one of the moments. I apologize.
Hunter Green and the Reds, Logan Gilbert and the Mariners. So something I've been looking at is visiting team home runs in a ballpark, because I feel like, obviously, like the Dodger Stadium and total number of home runs in the season is really high because they have a lot of guys who can really hit the baseball hard. Zach Geloff, yeah, that would be a fine pick. But the Mariners ballpark is like really tough for the visiting team to hit home runs in. That tells me it's just a tough ballpark to hit home runs in general. I'm out here, although Tyler Stevenson is kind of jumping at me a little bit. Tyler Stevenson is jumping at me a little bit. So Ellie De La Cruz is. I think we're going to see a run from Ellie De La Cruz, similar to what we just saw from Michael Busch or whatever. Maybe not 5 days in a row, but I think we're going to see a real hot streak really soon from Ellie De La Cruz, and I'm going to try to catch it and bet it every day. I don't know if I don't think it's there yet, but I'm keeping an eye on that. You got anything in this game, though?
My last pick, which is my third, technically my fourth. Corey Seager, do some push-ups, my brother. I'm taking a man that hasn't had an extra base hit since opening day. This is going to be, I'm taking this pick because it's on paper the worst possible pick you can take on Dinger Tuesday, because there is no reason to make this pick besides his name and besides what he's done in the past and his potential. There's no other reason.
Okay.
Besides maybe that he in the past has murdered fastballs, which he's going to see. Who am I taking?
J.P. Crawford.
No, J.B. Crawford has a home run already. I think he has 2 home runs.
I don't know. You tell me.
Julio Rodriguez has not hit an extra base hit since
Really?
opening day.
That's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
That's insane. I didn't realize that.
I mean, Julio, come on. This guy has tremendous power. We know that. He goes into funks. He goes into this like line drive funk sometimes. His launch angle goes down. But we know what he can do. He was in the home run derby. This kid can murder the baseball. He just has not made solid contact to hit a home run this year. There is no reason to take this other than the fact I want to be the one, me and my friend Dave here, want to be the one to get Julio Rodriguez not only his first extra base hit, but his first home run. And he's going against a tough pitcher in Hunter Green. We know Hunter Green's potential. His ceiling is pretty ridiculous. But we know Julio can murder a fastball, and he's going to see fastballs and sliders. He's not too shabby against sliders either. You want to look into the pitch mix. It hasn't been great for me looking into pitch mix. I don't give a shit. Julio Rodriguez is going to launch a fastball 437 feet for his first home run today.
If it's 437 on the nose, I feel like I lose our first hot sauce bet. Nothing for me here. Good pick by you, Patrick Corbin, Nationals. Whoever the hell's pitching for the Dodgers, I think is it still to be TBD? I don't even know. Nothing for me in this game, but I mean Mookie Betts or
it's Patrick Corbin day.
Is it Patrick? Yeah, Mookie, Teoscar Hernandez.
Pick your shot. Teoscar is the most obvious one on paper, but
Mookie's wow. Mookie and Teo have the same number of home runs. It's crazy.
Yeah, Mookie's showing a lot of power this season. We know he has a lot of power. He's 30-30 guy, but maybe not a 30. Has he ever had 30 stolen bases, Mookie? He's not a big stealer.
I don't know. What's the silence?
What
Shaquan?
silence?
I don't know. Shaquan laughing at the silence. Are we muted instead?
Where do you see that?
What?
Who's laughing? I don't see any. Did the chat stop for me?
I don't know, did it?
I don't know. Anyways,
Accuracy?
Oh, now it's all popping up. This is
Oh,
this
I had it
trap.
minimized. My bad. My bad.
Fuck. So the whole time they were talking, they could have been talking about me or my mother, and I don't even know
Could be. Oh, when you talked about the hot sauce bet.
it.
All right. Well, I just posted my parlay in the Discord. Here it is. It's Juan Soto. It's Austin Riley. Seth Brown. Work. Camera. There it is. I like that. Those are my only 3 picks, too, for Dinner Tuesday. Looking
Yeah,
at
I'm
30-30
going.
in 2018 before. So all the research tools, not necessarily all of them. We do have a pitch mix tool. We have an exit velocity tool. It's really hard to it's kind of limiting what you can actually build into a Discord bot. I do have my own website. It's $10 a month. And then we have an exit velocity command. We have an MLB. We have an odds shopping command in the Discord bots. We have a pitch mix command. Also, we have a splits, like a splits like day game versus lefty versus righty, all of that. But yeah, hot sauce bet should be the Braves guys head to head. I don't mind that. Mookie's the goat. But yeah, not all of them, but you can do pretty well with the MLB bot. I think that we have in our Discord. Any closing thoughts from my best friend? Oh, we should recap there.
Things will make more sense. I said it before. It's getting a little frustrating though. I know it's only April 16th. I had a lot of success last year just digging into just a lot of different data. I mean, you go from splits to pitch mix to exit velocity. It's been a lot of random shit to start the season, and home runs are obviously feel like they're a bit down. Things will start making sense. Obviously, my experiment failed. I did an experiment, by the way. I don't know if I told you about it. I was doing a round robin by 2. Yeah, that failed. I picked the wrong time of the year to do it. I got to put that on the shelf now until probably June, when the baseballs really start flying again. We get a influx, but no. My run RBI lay has been profitable. I hit 2 out of 15, I think it was. Two out of 14, I think it was. But both of them were well over plus 1,000 odds. So it made it worth it. By the way, 11 of those 14 or 15 were 3 out of 4 legs hit. Can you believe that?
That's tough.
Can you believe that?
That's tough.
I'm still convinced it's the best bet in baseball. The run RBIs, they correlate so well. Guy gets on, the other guy knocks him in. For the odds you're getting for some of these parlays, plus 1,000, plus 1,500, plus 2,000 with a boost sometimes, I thoroughly believe they're the best bet in baseball. My 3 picks, by the way, before we get off, Horace Soler, Julio Rodriguez, and Ronald Acuna Jr. So 2 guys I'm taking have no home runs on the season, and they're going to hit their first home run. My friend Dave here is back in my life. You guys think it's Abe. Abraham Lincoln's on it. I gave him a different name, though. His name is Dave.
If you full whiff tonight, the Dave name has to go. Okay, because that is different than the January run. Just going to say that.
I never called him Abe, though, back then. Now I'm giving him a name. He's going to bring me more luck.
It just could be the lucky penny. We'll see. We'll check the vibes.
Lucky tonight. Lenny.
Lucky Lenny the penny. Now it's confused. Now there's no way you're winning a bet tonight. My picks: Juan Soto, Seth Brown, Austin Riley. I played home run on FanDuel for the promo. Make sure you opt in. I played bases, shop your lines, Picket Sports, Code Eli if you want. Sign up for the Discord, heavyhittermedia.net/Discord. $25. All of our picks. You're seeing some of the research we put into it. The cheat sheets that we have are also super elite and give you a big edge and save you a whole lot of time. All for one price, $25 a month. Discord bots too. So tap in there if you want. We got to figure out a third show. What are your vibes on like a noon show on Wednesdays with potentially Shander and we work in some odd shopper content too?
Probably going back to work next week or 2 weeks, so that might be a little issue.
All right, well maybe I'll just do it without you, and you can do like an NBA show or something without me.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, we'll figure that out. We're definitely back Friday, 5:30. These on this channel. Hit subscribe, hit the like button if you haven't already, please. Be nice to each other. Good luck on all your bets. See you Friday.